there, my name's James and I'm making a short video to hopefully promote my charity run, which I'm doing for a couple of charities. I'm running a 5k at the Edinburgh Marathon Festival. The reason for doing this is because, quite frankly, 5k to some people is like a walk in the park, but it's not so for me, and I just wish to share a bit of my story, so to help raise a bit of awareness and understanding over everything. So I'm raising money for two charities, the first one being MS Society. I was diagnosed with MS on April 4th, 2015 last year. It's been apparent now in hindsight that I've had MS since the latest April 2013, maybe before, but what I noticed in spring 2013 was when walking, I would take a couple, or I would just be walking a straight line, and all of a sudden I'd veer a couple steps to the left and a couple steps to the right. I'd have to rebalance myself, and a few steps further it would happen again. But this never got any worse and never disappeared. It just was there constantly for 18 months or more. And so after a month or two I just figured it was just part of me, forgot about it, never really looked into it any further. But nearing the end of 2014, what I noticed was it was getting worse, but in particular when I had a drink, I would only have a couple, but I would start to walk as if I'd had a bucket load. And so upon complaining, it was passed off as something minor, and I was given a nasal spray to fix it. But going into January and February 2015, I did start noticing it was progressing to more serious things. In particular, I was starting to struggle to climb down the stairs as my feet just weren't going, and coordination wasn't right, and my vision was becoming extremely blurry. To describe it, the only way is really to be looking through bathroom glass. Although it wasn't as severe as that, it was along the same lines. Eventually I had to give up driving and then give up my job, and soon enough I was referred to for an MRI and a CT scan, which was then diagnosed as being MS. It was labelled as highly active and rapidly progressing because of the scan showing multiple lesions in my brain. The lesions were just the damage to the myelin sheath, which is the insulation surrounding your nerve endings. And what MS simply is your immune system, your white blood cells, looking at something, triggering it to, they think it's a foreign body, and they'll just attack it to get rid of it. And these lesions cause damage to getting signals throughout your body. I was advised at the time that a wheelchair could be possible within the next couple of years, as they didn't really have any idea of how this would go. But thankfully the medicine I've been put on does seem to have an effect. The progression seems to have all but stopped, although the symptoms are still there, and yeah, it should be good. But the thing is, I can't stay on this medicine forever, because it can activate a brain infection that ultimately can be fatal. And so the day will come where I have to come off within the next year, and I have no clue of what the future provides. So if a chair is my inevitable physical state, then I have a bucket list to complete before that day, and one is being raising a little bit of money for charity and raising a bit of awareness, I suppose. But my illness, the reason this is going to be a challenge is because my illness has quite a lot of symptoms, one being a heat intolerance. The heat intolerance is really when my core temperature gets above a certain temperature, my symptoms start relapsing. And I found that the outside weather temperature, that my limit is 19 degrees. And the forecast for Saturday's run is to be at currently 17 degrees. And this, along with heating my body up through, walking as fast as I can basically, I have no doubt is going to trouble me at some point. I also have a fatigue intolerance, which is really just activated through doing too much exertion. Eventually my body tires and my brain tires and the signals are having to be forced. My feet go a little bit numb. I find it hard to move my ankles as I should, and eventually it's just my thighs that are moving my legs, making me walk. So I then go into crutches, of course, and I'll be using crutches at the race. But either of these symptoms will activate the problem I have with my vision. So completing this race is one thing, but I fully expect to be in a bit of a sorry state by the end and pretty much crossing it blind. But this is a challenge that I'm hoping to raise money for. I have other symptoms that are not really relevant, you know. My short-term memory is pretty much all but gone. I have no sensation in my left hand, and there's other things, you know. But the one thing with MS is everybody's case is individually unique to themselves. But the MS Society is a fantastic charity. What they do is they support people with MS in many ways, with groups, with equipment to help them with their day-to-day lives. But most importantly for me is they fund a lot of research. Edinburgh University has had breakthroughs in regenerating the myelin. Sheffield University has had breakthroughs with the stem cell treatments, and they've actually got people out of their chair onto their feet in trials. These two to me are pretty much the cure in my opinion, but I know we're a long way from it. And in my lifetime I believe if we haven't found a cure, or the MS or researchers haven't found a cure, they would have at least got research to a state where they are able to keep people on their feet for the majority of their lives. And this is where 50% of your donation would go. The second charity is the Bethany Christian Foundation. The little twist to my story is in Remembrance Weekend 2014, I had a profound moment that brought me to Christianity. The story has a lot more detail to it, but simply I have a friend, a great brother who's been in my life for more than 10 years, and he's a Christian, and me being a devout atheist for the first 28 years of my life, we'd often have a drink or so with him, and I would challenge him on all the ins and outs of this faith, and he would answer me. But it had no effect on me coming to the faith. It just gave me a bit more wisdom and knowledge of it. But through quite a sad ordeal, coming to an end in November, I found myself on my couch with my hands in my head, coming to terms with what had just happened, and the telly being on for no reason. I wasn't watching it. A scene from Evan Almighty come on, and it was when Morgan Freeman was talking to Evan's wife in the cafe, and it was his speech in that scene that triggered a light bulb. It was like a switch coming on, and I was in no doubt that there was a God. And obviously since then this field has repeated itself. The evidence of prayers being answered are so apparent. Every prayer I've made in crisis has been answered. I'm in no doubt that there is a God, but in all honesty, you know, it is difficult from coming from the life I've come from. totally understand everybody's views on things. I've been there, or I am there now, and it's, you know, it's just a matter of faith. Believing in evolution, being an atheist, you have to still have faith in it. Being a Christian is a faith. Neither of them have distinct proof of it being true. So you live in faith in whatever you believe in. And therefore, I believe in what I believe in, and you can believe in what you can believe in. It's absolutely up to you. But I have to say, it's not really a question where would I be without this faith today. My question is, would I still be here? Before all this happened, I've had some experiences and been in some dark places, tried some stupid things, thankfully failed. But I've been close to the dark places even as a Christian. But the one thing and the one person who keeps lifting me back on my feet is Jesus. So I cannot deny God what He has done for me. Jesus is my Saviour, and that's just that. But Bethany Christian Foundation are a charity who do work close to my heart. They are there to help people in crisis, people homeless, sleeping rough, people in poverty, people in dark places. They're there to support them in any way they can, bring them back to their feet and give them direction in their life. This charity speaks volumes. They've been there helping me. They've been there to just keep me company at times, giving me a friendly ear. They've helped me with forms whilst I was figuring out how to handwrite again. And they're just generally a really good charity, helping people of the most vulnerable state in this country. So, this is my story. I hope I've not missed out anything. But I am just creating this video so you get a better idea of what this is all about. And I hope it will lead to some donations. Any donation would be massively appreciated by me and by others. It's going to reach out to many people. And if the purse strings are tight and you're unable to donate, what I would massively appreciate is if you just share this post. Facebook has been a page for me venting in the past, but I've stopped doing that now, realising it's no good. And now I want to try use it for something helpful, something better. And this is where I try and do this. If you're watching it, then I've completed the race, because I will not post this unless I complete it. I hopefully will have another video of me crossing the line attached. We'll see what happens. But if you've made it to the end of this video, thanks for watching. It's massively appreciated. And I wish you blessings. God bless.